A busy residential road, plenty of hazards. People could be walking out, opening doors, and even the view at this junction would be really restricted. Every road user in this situation should be paying the utmost attention. And this downhill section makes things even more tricky. And then we get this cyclist, absolutely oblivious, cycling the wrong way up a one-way street and on the phone. What a muppet. Welcome to Cycle and Fail number 6. Pedestrians have priority over cyclists on shared paths. But apparently not if you're trying to set a Strava time. My viewer did well. This is a hands up if you need lessons clip. Nice driving there to look after the people who are incapable of looking after themselves. Here's someone else who can't look after themselves, and again, they're more interested in using the phone. It still baffles me how some cyclists think they don't have to look at a giveaway line. And it also baffles me how some think they don't have to look when emerging from a cycle lane onto the road. It's absolutely lethal. It doesn't give the drivers any chance to help. That cyclist could have so easily been clipped. This is a clip from Walton Vale, very close to where I live, but it's not my footage. And it shows some examples of the stereotypical Liverpool cyclist. This is undoubtedly very skillful, but it's also idiotic. One small mistake and they're under one of the oncoming vehicles, and that would ruin that driver's life for the rest of time. And also have a thought for this cyclist's family members if the unthinkable happens. This guy doesn't care, does he? The leg down shows he wasn't as skillful as he thought. But we haven't finished yet. Watch this guy come through on the inside. I'm sure this isn't indicative of just Liverpool. Is this similar in your city where you live? I often hear excuses from some cyclists in situations like this. It's all about not losing momentum. But what people don't realise that if you slow more earlier, you'll be able to fit into the gap after the car coming. Poor motorists arrive in a heap like this as well. Another cyclist who thinks a giveaway is optional, and this time they're putting a young child at danger also. My viewer does a good job on this shared path. They maximise space and minimise risk by slowing down when necessary. Shame not everyone cycles in this manner in these situations. Yet another optional giveaway line. They definitely looked, but they just didn't care. That's exactly why motorists need to keep the speed slow and keep their eyes peeled. This cyclist again arrived in way too quickly and observed at the very end. That could have been really different. Great job by my viewer for looking after the cyclist. Which is only right, to be honest. That was only a young kid.
Really?
I'm totally with my viewer on this also. The cyclist should have held well back and waited in this open part to allow my viewer to finish. They were already committed. Again, terrible riding was fixed by my viewer. Brilliant job. In 20 years, this guy's going to be calling themselves an experienced cyclist. Again, some nice driving from one of my viewers. Yeah, this is the correct decision to give way to the pedestrian at the entrance to a junction. But they also look after the cyclist, who again thinks the give-way line is optional. It seems as though the traffic lights are optional in this clip. That cyclist was really close to hitting that vehicle. It's this cyclist on the right that we're going to be watching in this clip. Down at the bottom of this hill there's again a give-way line, and this cyclist approaches way too quick. The lack of taking responsibility for your own safety is ridiculous here. We're going to be watching the cyclist to the right in the orange. Someone else who takes zero responsibility for their own safety. To finish, we've got another clip that really sums up the whole episode. The cyclist doesn't use the give-way properly, but the motorist sorts things out. The lack of slowing down from the cyclist makes the motorist think that they are arriving at the same place at the same time, and the motorist correctly slows down to take care of them. Out of view, they moved through the give-way and close to my viewer. A terrible attitude from the cyclist when the motorist was just literally looking after them. Keep safe everyone. I'll see you soon.